So hypothetically, you've created a lead magnet and you've set it up in an email autoresponder for people to automatically get, and now you need to promote it. Well, I'm going to show you how to create a very simple image ad in Canva that you can use to help promote it. So when we're in Canva, and again, we can stay on the free plan. There's nothing wrong with that. I was on the free plan for like 2 years before I started spending money on it. But the biggest thing is that we need to think about the size of where we're sharing it. So it's actually already got sizes for Facebook and Instagram. And then for blogs or emails, I just recommend something horizontal. So for now, I'm looking at Facebook covers because I just want something kind of horizontal and blocky to be able to use across social media, but also in a blog post or through the chamber. So first, you're going to look for just a template that you like. Keep in mind you can change out colors and photos, but sometimes you just really like the way it's laid out. But for this, we're going to kind of keep in mind that it's going to be probably a little text heavy. So I probably don't want to pick a design where all of the font's really small like that one. I thought this one looked pretty cool. So this is the template I went with. And so we're going to focus on changing the information. Now, yes, you want to tell them what they're getting, but keep in mind you're basically trying to sell them on giving up their email address. So we're not just going to put free checklist because if that's all they read, who cares? So instead, let's try something like 10 mistakes new home buyers make. So we're leading in with something that is very specific to our target audience. And so I've made this description, download our free checklist so you can make better decisions when buying a home. We're thinking about what our target audience would want, what they would subscribe to, and how I can attract those specific people. So nobody cares that you have a 14-page report. What they care about is that they will make better decisions to XYZ. So that is the biggest thing you can work on is the words you choose to put out there. Next, if you like, we can change out the photos and the elements to be a little more specific. So on the left-hand side of Canva, we were in templates. This is where you chose a template from. When you hover over, it actually tells you right away if it's free. If it's not free, it's probably got like a paid photo or small upgrade. So still very affordable if you really like something. Uploads would be like where your logo is. So let's just go ahead and add our logo, and then we want to squeeze it down and make sense. And you want to have your logo on there somewhere. I don't care where you put it. Just then photos, you can type in something similar. So we're looking for home buyers. So we're going to say new house. Again, think of images that your target audience would stop to look at. For elements, you can add lines, shapes, frames, or things. These are things you would put photos in. Stickers are usually going to move in Canva. These are kind of like GIFs. And then it gives us random things every so often. Charts, grids, again, are for where photos go in. So a lot of options. And then you can just type in things you want to search for as well. So we'll pretend that that looks good. Yep. Text is if you need to add stuff. I kind of like the font combinations that they create because they're fancy and it's a lot quicker. Styles you probably won't have. This is because I have the Pro plan, so I can actually add in my branding style. Audio is if we're creating a video, which you can create very easily videos in Canva. But again, I'm thinking of a specific ad to be shared in multiple places. So horizontal image it is today. Just like photos, there are stock photos you can use. Some are free, some are paid, but they usually tell you pretty easily. And then to change the color, we would click on background and choose it, or we could click just in the background and it'll show us right here where they are. We can also click on the elements that were already in the template and change those colors to better match our brand. So I'm just going to change these. And so if I know I'm changing all of the greens, I can actually go down to change all from green to red and check it, and it will do the whole thing for me, which saves time. So I have made very minimal changes. It is probably not the most amazing thing you've seen, but it's pretty good, especially considering the amount of time it took. So, definitely feel free to just use a template. I like, again, I like Canva. The templates make it so much quicker and easier. Again, I think the biggest thing you can do is to add your logo and make sure you spend more time on the text. If you need to, depending what your staff structure is like, you can hit share and you can send it to other people on your team to get approval. And when you do it this way, they can actually also edit it for you. So if they really don't like something, they can probably just do it themselves. But once you're happy with what you have, you're just going to click on download, and we're going to go to, yes, we want a PNG because that is an image. Download, and you're going to wait for the loading bar to go across. And so now this is on my computer. If you're uploading to a website, I recommend going to tinypng.com. And just like we did with our PDF compressor, we're going to add our image to tinypng, and it's going to make the image smaller without actually taking away from it. So when I click on it, this is what it looks like. It looks just fine, but it saved me 72% for no reason. So this helps out your website a little bit, basically. So now what you're going to do is you're going to upload your image onto your website in a strategic place. So for some, it's the sidebar or after a specific paragraph. If you have blog posts or articles that are relevant to this lead magnet that you're creating, you would put it in there. And so you're going to insert your image, and then you're going to link it to the landing page you made in Constant Contact. If you lost it, you're going to log into Constant Contact, and right when you log in, it's showing you some campaigns. You're going to look underneath the names, and it says Lead Generation Landing Page. That is what we created in the previous video. And we're just going to click the three dots and click on Share, and this will give me the URL that I need. And if you're not sure, you can always just open a new tab, paste it, and double check it before you use it. And if it's an option when you're editing your website, you added the image, that was your ad, you're linking the image to this landing page. If there's an option where you can slide over, it says open a new tab, you want to do that. Open link in new tab. Now, another way you can take advantage of this, I'm going to use the same size just for example's sake, but let's say you've sent your logo to the chamber because you're sponsoring a really awesome event. Well, instead of just sending your logo, we're going to make it into an image. So I just created a new page in the thing I was working on, but you can start a new design and do a different size. That's totally fine. I'm going to copy this text and move it over here. And I'm just going to make it fit underneath my logo, kind of like a tagline, and put And so all I've done is I have my logo and I have a little bit of text that just kind of pitches the free lead magnet that I've made. So I've got free download, so that hopefully that'll kind of catch their eye. And then I'm really selling on what the actual thing is. But keep in mind, you need this text to be as little as possible, because chances are your logo is not going to be shown this large on a website. Probably, look at it down at 25 or 10% and see if you can read that. And so try to edit the text to where it still fits. It isn't like horrendous or taking away from your logo, because you still want your logo big. You still want that branding awareness that you're getting from having your logo put out as a sponsor. But providing this image as your logo, not the first page, but the second one that has your logo, and just promoting that free opt-in by using this as your logo and sending it to the chamber and saying, hey, please use this as my logo. And then instead of linking to the homepage of your website, have them link to that landing page for you, because this is going to not only just give you the brand awareness of your logo, but actually collecting some of those warm leads. So they're not just looking at your business name going, oh, that's interesting, and moving on, which is still important. Brand awareness is still important, but going ahead and collecting some of those warm leads as they see you. Now, you're not going to get 100% click throughs of everybody that sees it getting your free thing, but the people that do are going to be your easier sells. So, just to show you, in case you haven't used Canva before, we're going to click download, and instead of all pages, you would just choose the second one, and then you would download it directly to your computer. So now you should have, or at least understand, how you can create your lead magnet, provide it using Constant Contact automatically using an autoresponder, as well as creating an ad in Canva and pointing people to your landing page instead of just your home page. And together, this all should be helping you collect more warm leads to help you drive sales.